If there's extra chairs after the students come in and folks from the back want to fill in, that's great. You feel free to do that now. I do see a couple of people still checking in, but we will get started here in about 3 minutes. And we'll go from there. All right, welcome. So there's speaking here. It's the 6 panel stage. It's industrial chic. Hello, and welcome to our celebration honoring our 2023 spring graduates. UAA recognizes the value and values the diversity of our unique location in South Central Alaska, the ancestral lands of the Dena'ina, Ahtna, Alutiiq-Sugpiaq, Chugachmiut, and Ayak peoples. I am Dr. Jennifer Brock, the Associate Dean of Academics here at the College of Engineering, and I'm honored to serve as your MC this afternoon. First, we will hear from the College of Engineering Dean, Ken Rickma. Then your department chairs will read the names of the graduates in their departments. Graduates, when your department chair calls your name, please come to the front and stand just to the right of the screen on the SIPS panel stage for pictures. Please refer to the program you were given for a complete list of all graduates. For those watching the live stream, a link to the program is at the top of the event page. After all graduates are recognized, the awards for the capstone poster competition will be announced. Poster competition was on hiatus during COVID and has been brought back for the first time this spring. Following the awards, we will hear from Provost Denise Runge. Then those of you participating will recite the oath of the Order of the Engineer and/or the Pledge of the Computing Professional. We will then have 2 student speakers and an alumni speaker. And finally, closing remarks followed by our traditional class photo on the stairs. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce the College of Engineering Dean, Dr. Ken Rickma.
Fantastic. All right. I'm really pleased you were able to join us for the celebration of graduates at the college. So we had the poster session last week for capstone projects, and after visiting with a number of you, I learned that many of you already had jobs lined up after you graduate, which is fantastic. And there are some of you that have more open-ended plans. And I thought I would share a short story about my experience when I got my undergraduate degree. So a little context, this is 1990. I'm getting my electrical engineering, computer science degree. And I knew what I was going to do after I finished, after I graduated. I was going to go work for IBM. There was only one little problem. I didn't actually have a job offer from IBM, but I was pretty sure I was going to get one because they were recruiting me pretty heavily. They had convinced me this was a great place to work, about all the different projects. And all I had to do was just go through the interview process. So in 1990, there were no web interviews because the web didn't exist yet. And so I had to wait for their recruiter to come to campus. And so the recruiter comes to campus near the end of the quarter. And I'm doing the interview. We start out with the general questions. What are your career goals? And everything is going great. I'm feeling pretty good. And then we start in some technical questions. And I get a convolution problem and I nail it. I'm feeling really good. And then I get this circuits problem. It's a parallel RLC circuit. And if you've done those before, they're not terribly complicated. You just like plug in the numbers and you could crank out the answer. But I couldn't remember how to get started on it. Like, I was just, what do I do? And I'm starting to panic a little bit and thinking, okay, calm down. You got an A in circuits. Just start from the beginning. And there was nothing. My mind had just gone completely blank on how to solve this problem. And there was this long, awkward silence while this is going through my head. And so finally I blurt out, pass. And the interviewer kind of sits up a little bit and he says, "You're not allowed to pass. This isn't Family Feud." And I kind of, and they got me thinking, what if it was like Family Feud? That would be an interesting interview. But so I have to admit, okay, I forgot how to do this, and we move on. And I actually do pretty well the rest of the interview. But it was, the damage had been done. I didn't get the job. And since I had been so convinced this was where I was going to work, I hadn't actually applied anywhere else. So I had just graduated and I had no money, I had no job, and it was kind of, what do I do? So I had to go to my last resort, which was going back to live with my parents. And after being on your own for a while, it's kind of tough to go back to live with your parents. And I learned my parents felt the same way. They didn't necessarily want me moving back with them. So pretty quickly, I did find another job. And this was far from my dream job, but I found a job at Chevron Chemical doing kind of IT type work. And I did learn, there's something to be said for a job that's fine. I think it was an interesting job. I definitely learned things, even though it wasn't my dream job, but it paid me enough to do things I wanted to do. And I think that by itself is a pretty good spot to be in. But fast forward, I go back to grad school, get my doctorate. This time, I want to be a research faculty, and I've learned my lesson. I apply to every possible research faculty position that I could match to. And it turns out I get like a couple of interviews, but I don't get any of those job offers. So plan B, I go work for Intel, and this ended up being a great experience. I was the only person in the company with the title of research hacker. And it turned out to be a really good experience in the end. So my point here is there are many times where I really missed my target where I wanted to go in my career. And so if you have the goal of being over here, but you really end up over there instead, then my message to you is that it's okay, because the education, the technical, people, managerial skills, and the trials you've gone through to earn your degree are exactly the kinds of tools you need to navigate these unpredictable paths of the future to meet your career goals. Okay, so as the world and the state continues to maneuver through this kind of odd mix of remote and face-to-face, one thing we've seen remains true: engineers, computer scientists, geomatics, and project management professionals are still critically needed. 7 years ago, we set a goal of graduating 150 engineers per year. And last fall, we graduated 46 students from the college. And this spring, 73 will graduate. So we're really, really close to that goal. Soon you'll join the ranks of our esteemed UAA College of Engineering alumni, an accomplished group of professionals who are applying their talents here in the state of Alaska and around the world. And like our accomplished alumni, I challenge you to engage and inspire others to consider that you have the knowledge and skills to affect real change in the world. And in fact, you have the responsibility to uphold the standards of your chosen profession. As a token of our appreciation of your hard work and to mark the occasion, new graduates today receive a small gift from the college of a College of Engineering alumni keychain. And if you haven't picked it up, they are in the back. So I'm really pleased to share this moment with you. I congratulate you all on your achievements. And if you are ever in a position to be interviewing new graduates, consider giving them one pass. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mock. When I was in high school, we used to say, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, got the keychain. So you will be able to say that of your college degree. You got the keychain. I am pleased to call on our department chairs to read the names of our graduating students. Not all of our spring graduates are able to be with us here today, but in order to honor all of our graduates' hard work, we will be reading all of their names. The chairs will note students who are graduating with departmental honors. Graduates, again, please come up to the front and stand just to the right of the screen when your department is called, and we are going to take some pictures after all the names have been read. Dr. Hamill, will you please begin with civil engineering?
Good afternoon. So I would invite all of the civil engineering graduates to please join me up on the stage over there. And as I read your name, you can give a little wave so that we know it's you. Please hold your applause till the end. All right, these are the much sought after Bachelors of Science in Civil Engineering students. Jesse Batak, Ank Bayer Batsbayer, sorry Ani if I butchered that, David Benter, Ryan Bryn, Cassie Cheney, James Mark Cosby, Tommy Christ, Logan Curtis, Jacob Glick, Hunter Robin Hoyer, Lisa Kroll with honors, and Sigurd Roning. And then we also have some students graduating with Masters of Science in Civil Engineering. Those are Jiafeng Shang, David Eibert, Robert Halcomb, Jasmine Langman, Shannon LeMay, and Yamin Man. So, round of applause for them. All right, now we're going to take a picture. Sure. You may be seated. I will now turn it over to Dr. Frank Whitmer, the chair of computer science.
Great, thanks, Scott. Okay, so I'll be introducing the computer science degrees here. So all the computer science and engineering program students, please come on up to the stage here. So this is going to be 3 different degrees. This is the Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, and then also a Bachelor of Science in Computer Systems Engineering. So we've got a.
Five, six.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
There we go, yeah.
People can also step on the lower level.
You can see we've got a lot of pride in computer science here. So that's great, great. All right, so I'll go ahead and start reading off folks here. You can give a little wave when you hear your name. First up, Bachelor of Arts in Computer Science. We've got Kiva Ketchum, David Michael, and Jared Vaughn. And then for the Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Tala Ali, Logan Chamberlain with honors, Kale Kornichuk, Austin Edwards with honors, Tuva Granunin with honors, Edward Hazelton with honors, Nicole Ma with honors, Paul James Natcher with honors, Emil Pineda, Marshall Pratt with honors, James Royals Jr., John Schwenke, Connor Troy with honors, Jared Vitug, and Boro Zoritz Gubatar. And then lastly, for the Bachelor of Science, and this is Computer Systems Engineering. We've got Tremaine Booker, Sean Crumley, Austin Edwards with honors, Nicholas Green, and David Shull. All right, let's give everybody a nice round of applause. Then you want a photo? Do you think you can get us all in here? There's so much. Sure. Here, let me scoot you back. Yes. We can stand in front of you can block them out. Great, thanks. I'll just carry it. Okay, super. Yeah, and next up, I'll turn it over to Dr. Jens Monk from Electrical Engineering.
Thank you, Frank. It's a tough act to follow. Yeah, okay, yeah. By the way, Dean Mock, I actually did get a job offer from IBM. I turned it down and decided to go get my PhD instead. So I don't see Kenrick. Where are you? Oh, not to make you feel bad. But they didn't ask me anything. Although I never would have gotten the job if they'd asked me anything. So if I could get all the double E's to come up, all those that are here. And if you can raise your hand if you're here when I call your name. Brett Keene graduates with honors. Austin Edwards graduates with honors. Haven't we seen you before, Austin? Okay. Jackson Linderman, Austin Mann, Ronald Pruitt III, Autumn Richardson graduates with honors, and Candle, oh my God, Wandel Wynn, like candle, graduates with honors. Like this. Yeah, thank you. Congratulations to all of our students. And I'll now turn it over to Dr. Kaisha Wang of Geomatics.
Thank you, Dr. Monk. So I'd like to welcome Geomatics graduate come to the stage at this moment, please. Yay, we got two. Then I'll read the names for all the graduates from the geomatics. So this year we have the graduate from Associate Applied Science, Randy Gintu. And we have the graduate from the Bachelor of Science, Keith Blanchet with honors, Brian Shoy, Dennis Welber with honors. Take pictures.
Thank you.
Now I'll turn it over to Raghu, Chair of Mechanical Engineering.
Thanks, Keisha. So I would like to invite all students from the mechanical engineering program to the stage. So as I call the names, you can raise your hand if you're here. All right. Trabas Ahmed, Noah Alexander, Benjamin Almeida, Caleb Argood, Caleb Angst, Lawrence Guron Jr. with honors, Mikhail Hill, Daniel Kemper, Christopher Knox with honors, Wyatt Lee, Wesley Olson, Austin Pahel with honors, Ryan Parks, Kessler Wansico. Then we got one Master of Science student, Joel Acuna. Right. So I'd like to call all the ME faculties up on the stage for pictures. Oleg, get to. Right, congratulations. Now I'll turn it over to Professor Luan Picard for project management.
Welcome, everyone. Congratulations to all of our graduates. I'd like to spend the next couple of minutes congratulating our 10 project management graduates. They are hoping to fill the 25 million project managers that we need by 2025 in the world. So really delighted to have at least our contribution to that need. And I know this is a little bit of a maybe a break from tradition, but I think we only have one of our PM students here that's graduating today. And rather than just having one person up here, because this graduate truly represents a family affair. So I'd actually like you guys to come up as a family to be recognized for this particular graduate, because without this family, this graduate would not have been here today with us. But I'd like to recognize Brandon Carl and Matthew Deldano, who are our graduates in the graduate certificate in project management. And then our MSPM students, Master of Science in Project Management, Dylan Fowler, myself Furman, Emma Graves, Peyton Johnson, Delaney Lenartz, Anik Wadrogo, Jason Teese, and Fitzgerald Uma and his family. And he's going to be doing the graduate speaker at our meeting today. So I just wanted to congratulate him and his family for all their hard work for making it possible. All the way from Fairbanks. With that, congratulations to our graduates, and I'll turn it over to Jennifer Brock.
Thank you, chairs, and congratulations, graduates. I commend you for your accomplishments. I would now like to invite Dr. Hamill back to the podium to announce the winners of the capstone poster competition.
I got loot. All right, much awaited. So about a week ago, actually exactly a week ago, we had a poster competition where all of the capstone students from computer science, mechanical engineering, and civil engineering filled this space and presented their capstone projects via poster, which was the first time we've actually done that since 2019. And it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of energy in the room. And so we had two separate contests happening at the same time. One was the Judges Award, where a panel of judges from those three departments went around and judged the students on a variety of things, such as their actual spoken presentation. I forget all the categories, the technical presentation of their poster, how easy it is to read, figures, graphics, things like that. And then we also had a People's Choice Award where everybody got to vote for their favorite poster. And we enacted this year for the first time ranked choice voting in that because everyone voted for their own poster first. And so then, ranked choice voting kicked in, and that was a much better system than previously. So, okay, so without further ado, I'm going to do, and since we had 15 posters, which is a pretty high number, I actually did first, second, and third in both of the People's Choice and the judges. First place is these cool aluminum UAA Alaska medallions. Second place is an overly large keychain with the bridge that's right out there. And third place is a Lego squishy Lego that says College of Engineering on it. So, all right. So for the People's Choice, in third place is the Alaskan car crash analysis, Lydia Stark and Kale Kornichuk. Are they here? Yes. Let's check in my hand. There you go. Do you want to give this to your partner? Good. Okay. In third place for the judge's choice, the Glen Highway Fort Richardson interchange design, Catherine Segiak, David Bentner, Ryan Brin, and Lisa Kroll. Okay, well, I'll actually see most of them, so. Okay, in second place for the People's Choice is the Big Eddie Facility Improvements, Tommy Christ, Chassie Caney, and Jacob Glick. Okay, second place for the judge's choice Again, Alaska car crash analysis, Lydia Stark and Cale Kornichuk. There you go. All right. And now the moment we've all been waiting. For the People's Choice, first place goes to and not by a small margin. Community Energy Awareness Web Application, Nicole Ma and Tuba. I'm not going to pronounce your last name. Well done. All right. And then last, certainly not least, the judge's choice for first place. The schedule conflict checker, Austin Edwards, Connor Troy, and John Schwenke. I don't know if that's all right. And now I don't know who I'm giving it to. There you go.
I speak between all the things. Well done, graduates, and congratulations to the award winners. We will now hear from Provost Denise Runge.
Thank you, Dr. Brock. As UAA's Chief Academic Officer, it is my honor to offer my own congratulations to the graduates for our UAA College of Engineering. I would like to also add my welcome to all of your friends and family who have gathered here today. And congratulations to the capstone poster competition winners this year. All the projects seem to be very, very impressive. I'd also like to acknowledge and celebrate the ASCE Steel Bridge team that just placed second overall in the 2023 regional competition. Some other school, UAF, was first again this year, but we are narrowing the gap. And our team was invited to the national competition this summer. I also need to mention our robotics team received the Google Girl Powered Online Challenge Award at the VEX Robotics World Championships in Texas last month. So all of these accomplishments and many, many more, the accomplishments of each of you graduates, make me feel so confident that today's College of Engineering graduates and our future graduates will all be making meaningful impacts in our communities by applying your knowledge and that same commitment to excellence and perseverance that we know it took you to get to this moment. So on Sunday, each of you will officially join over 900 students who will graduate from UAA this spring. And I'm sure that I will see many of you at the commencement ceremonies. So once again, I'm happy to commend everyone, all of you, for staying the course, for all of your hard work in earning your very challenging degrees from the College of Engineering. Congratulations to you all.
Now it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Getu Hailu, who will conduct the Order of the Engineer Oath. Dr. Hailu took the oath of the Order of the Engineer in Montreal, Canada, which has the historical significance of being the location of the second ceremony ever held on April 25th, 1925. He did it later. After Dr. Hailu tells us a little more about its significance, those of you taking the oath will come to the front, to the right of the stage when called. Today, we also have a professional joining us, Danielle Feinhans, a 1998 graduate of UAF with a BS in Civil Engineering from the University of Missouri-Rolla, with her MS in 1999 and PhD in 2002. Danielle is also the sister of Wesley Olson, who is graduating this weekend. We also invite anyone else who is a graduate engineer who is eligible and wants to take the oath to join us up at the SIPS panel stage. The oath is on the back of the program and will be displayed on the screen here. It is also on the event page for those watching the live stream.
Thank you, Dr. Brock. So this ceremony presents an opportunity for us to take the pledge and to recall that the professional purpose of engineering involves the pursuit of a learned art in the spirit of public service. By following the acceptance of the obligation, the individual engineer reinforces similar efforts of his or her peers, realizing that in unity there is a strength. The obligation is a formal statement of an engineer's responsibility to the public and to the profession. It's a creed similar to the oath attributed to Hippocrates that's commonly taken by medical graduates and which sets forth an ethical code. The order is symbolized by the acceptance of an obligation and the wearing of a stainless steel ring on the little finger of the working hand. We will now have all those who are taking the oath come to the front. Please come to the stage.
Where do I put it?
So those of you choosing to take the oath today, raise your right hand and recite after me. I am an engineer.
I am an engineer.
In my profession, I take deep pride.
My profession, I take deep pride.
To it, I owe solemn obligations.
To which I owe solemn obligations.
As an engineer,
As an engineer,
I pledge to practice integrity and fair dealing,
I pledge to practice integrity and fair dealing,
tolerance and respect,
tolerance and respect,
and to uphold devotion to the standards
and to uphold the standards
and the dignity of my profession,
and the dignity of my profession.
conscious always
Cautious always,
that my skill carries with it
that my skill carries with it
the obligation to serve humanity
the obligation to serve humanity
by making the best use of the earth's precious wealth.
by making the best use of the resources as well.
As an engineer,
As an engineer,
I shall participate in none but honest enterprises.
I shall participate in none but honest enterprises.
When needed,
When needed,
my skill and knowledge shall be given without reservation for the public good.
my skill and knowledge shall be given without reservation for the public good.
In the performance of duty and infidelity to my profession,
In the performance of duty and fidelity to my profession,
I shall give my utmost.
I shall give my utmost.
Congratulations. I welcome each of you to the Order of the Engineer. Please also be sure to pick up your ring at the back table. Thank you.
Now it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Sebastian Newmayer, Assistant Professor of Computer Science and of the Computer Science and Engineering Department, who will conduct the Pledge of the Computing Professional. Again, the pledge is on the back of the program, will be displayed on the screen, and can be found on the event page.
The UAA Pledge of the UAA College of Engineering chapter of the Pledge of the Computing Professional was established in 2019 as the first node in Alaska embodied with the right and privilege to conduct this rite of passage ceremony. Before we ask the initiates to obligate themselves to the Pledge of the Computing Professional, we pause to consider the history of and the motivation for this organization. In 2007, inspired by the example of the Order of the Engineer, individuals at the Ohio Northern University and the University of South Florida created similar organizations for graduates of their respective computing programs. After interest in such an organization at other institutions, the Pledge of the Computing Professional was developed by an international team of 17 computing professionals. The organization held its first induction ceremonies in May 2011. Through this public rite of passage ceremony, we foster professional pride, moral obligation, and ethical responsibility in all graduates of computing disciplines. The initiates who are present here today will soon take this pledge. After this ceremony, there will be no organizational meetings to attend, nor will there be any dues to be paid. However, members of this organization are expected to keep their pledge and uphold the honor of their chosen profession. The certificate and lapel pin, which is a matrix with the word honor encoded in ASCII, that each of our initiates receive will serve as visible reminders of this pledge throughout their professional careers. Now, in the presence of your fellow computing professionals, I invite those of you choosing to take the pledge today to please come up front. Those of you choosing to take the pledge today, raise your right hand and recite after me. I'm a computing professional.
I am a computing professional.
My work as a computing professional affects people's lives,
My work as a computing professional affects people's lives,
both now and into the future.
both now and into the future.
As a result, I bear moral and ethical responsibilities to society.
As a result, I bear moral and ethical responsibilities to society.
As a computing professional,
As a computing professional,
I pledge to practice my profession
I pledge to practice my profession
with the highest level of integrity and competence.
with the highest level of integrity and competence.
I shall always use my skills for the public good.
I shall always use my skills for the public good.
I shall be honest about my limitations,
I shall be honest about my limitations,
continuously seeking to improve my skills through lifelong learning.
continuously seeking to improve my skills through lifelong learning.
I shall engage only in honorable and upstanding endeavors.
I shall engage in upstanding endeavors.
By my actions, I pledge to honor my chosen profession.
By my actions, I pledge to honor my chosen profession.
Congratulations. And please make sure to pick your pin up at the back table.
Now it's my pleasure to introduce the College of Engineering undergraduate speaker, Edward Hazelton.
All right. Hello and good afternoon. My name is Edward Hazelton, and I'd like to start off by thanking all of you for coming to our celebration of graduates. I'm honored to have this opportunity to stand in front of you and share my journey here at UAA. I am a second-generation immigrant. I was born and raised here in Anchorage, but my mother immigrated from Korea with her family when she was a child. Eventually, she attended UAF, which is where she met my father. Though my dad's family has been in America for a while. Both of them graduated from UAF with their bachelor's degrees. My mother had hers in mathematics and my father in computer science. And I am very proud to stand here before you today and say I'm graduating with both my degree in computer science and mathematics. I'm not sure how much of an influence my parents have had on my degree choice, as I've always found both computer science and math fascinating. And to be totally honest, my first choice would have been game design if that were offered here. I'm sure anyone who knows me could attest to that. Even my capstone project, which I wish I had held off till now for the competition, was to work on a Minecraft mod. And I think the poster for that still hangs in the ECB. When I was growing up, both my parents worked full-time. My father worked a job on the slope, and so he had your classic 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off schedule. So half the time, my mother had to take care of me and my 3 siblings on her own. My mom had a variety of jobs throughout my childhood, but the one I want to talk about is when she was an adjunct professor here at UAA. I don't recall too much of it with clarity, but I do remember sitting in on her pre-algebra class after school, funnily enough, when I was taking it myself. I would sit in the corner and finish my homework while listening to her lecture and compare what I heard to what I was learning in my classes. That was my first experience with UAA, and it really gave me quite a bias toward the college before I officially entered undergraduate. Actually, I would actually have quite a few more experiences with UAA before ever formally enrolling. Thanks to two key programs, the Alaska Native Science and Engineering Program, or ANSEP, and the Alaska Middle College School, or AMCS. Through ANSEP, I took Calc 1 the summer before my junior year, and through AMCS, I was able to take full course loads my junior and senior years of high school. And through these two programs, I managed 75 credits by the time I graduated high school. That was due to taking no less than 17 credits a semester, and even 18 to 19 credit semesters. I don't know how I did it. I'm down to about 9 credits right now. Thanks to the ANSEP camps I had attended, I qualified for a full ride scholarship through ANSEP to attend a UA school. That, in addition to my friends and family being here and my familiarity with campus, really sealed the deal for me to attend this college. As a part of this scholarship, I was required to have an internship every summer, and that really helped me build my resume. I interned at various places, from the EPSCoR Fire and Ice Project at UAF to the Fermi National Laboratory in Chicago. Across these experiences, I was exposed to incredibly diverse and interesting fields. At the Fire and Ice Project, I learned to work with huge sets of hyperspectral data. And at Fermilab, I learned to apply my knowledge of genetic algorithms to complex, literally, physics and electrical engineering problems. I also worked as a student researcher with McKinley Capital Management, and that exposed me to many different projects, from web design to anomaly detection, web scraping, data collection, and many other tasks that aren't part of your regular curriculum. It was these adventures that really rounded my repertoire and transformed my undergraduate experience from a good one into a great one. To any current or future students, I highly recommend applying to any internship that may catch your eye. This brings me to the end of my talk. I want to thank all of the engineering faculty on behalf of the graduating class for the continued support and encouragement that they have provided all of us in our time here. And I hope to use the knowledge they have imparted me to my fullest extent in my future endeavors. I know these things usually end in an inspirational quote, so here's my take. I'm sure everyone is aware of the famed line, "Failure is not an option," from the aptly titled film Apollo 13. This quote hangs in the ANSEP building, and I walk past it nearly every day. But I don't subscribe to that quote here. Failure certainly is an option, and sometimes it is the best option. Failure is what leads to success. Every failure is another step forward, and I wouldn't be here in front of you today if it wasn't an option. I failed constantly, but I always got back up. To be scared of failure is normal, but to avoid it is to reject the growth and discovery it brings. Thank you, and congratulations to my fellow class of 2023.
What you said about failure was good advice. Now it's my pleasure to introduce College of Engineering graduate speaker, Fitzgerald Uma.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to thank all of you for making our time to join us today to celebrate. Alaska. Yes, oftentimes I say Alaska. One of my friends asked, I mean Alaska at the Arctic Circle, one of Earth's coolest places. Inevitably, it is news when I tell friends about Alaska. In the fall of 2021, I started my graduate journey with admission to this prestigious University of Alaska, Anchorage project management program. As an international student, my first semester class was taken remotely from Lagos, Nigeria at 1:30 a.m. every week. The first lecture was fascinating, meeting people of diverse backgrounds and industry. My first semester was a journey that opened so many possibilities. There was a challenge with my first step to my graduate journey. Due to my H-4 visa status, I could not work in the United States. I had to travel to Nigeria to work and attend my academic lectures late at night while keeping in touch with my wife and children who had to deal with the kids and also her professional career. She works with the Fairbanks Memorial Hospital in Alaska here. In October 2021, I made a return to the United States, leaving everything I had there without working and everything just to stay with my family. I received the news that I had developed health issues that required medical attention, and I could attend classes virtually while recovering. Those multiple demands were stressful, but never overwhelming. I never wavered. Despite these challenges, I maintained my focus on a goal of graduation with the support of my colleagues and the project management department faculty members. I chose this program at the UAA as an excellent opportunity to expand my global perspective and transition into a broader professional practice area. The program offered a blended learning experience that provided much needed access and interaction with global industry professionals. Furthermore, it provided a more comprehensive understanding of the business world, establishing professional network to grow a company and partners with other businesses to build a sustainable infrastructure across the African continent and other parts of the world. One of my greatest goals in life is to develop affordable housing and ensure that the over 20 million housing deficits we have in Nigeria and across Africa are being addressed as much as we can. My admission process was concluded in March 2022 for almost 9 months. It took 11 months to complete the transcript evaluation to obtain a certificate from my former polytechnic. I am grateful to our UAA International Student Affairs Department, Admission Department, and Professor Luan Picard for their unwavering and failing support. I learned from this that everyone in UAA is essential, and I target UAA is with you. I am driven to contribute my knowledge and experience to project management and my architectural field, and to help younger professionals improve their crafts. These beliefs motivated me to spearhead and organize professional development programs and seminars for others while achieving similar goals. I have mentored numerous candidates in passing their professional exams through these platforms, giving back by sharing my expertise and knowledge with the students of the University of Lagos and other colleges. Finally, my passion is contributing viable solutions to the affordable housing shortages that has impacted Alaska. Countless people are facing homelessness in Anchorage here. With my architectural training, project management skill, and affordable housing knowledge, I aspire to be an effective ambassador of UAA by championing this affordable housing project. So colleagues, let us use the knowledge we have acquired here at UAA for good and also to help humanity, because humanity needs help. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you. Now, I am honored to introduce the College of Engineering alumnus, Eric Williams. Eric graduated in 2018 with a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering. He is one of the founding members of our robotics team here at UAA. They designed, built, and competed in the NASA Rover Challenge. And he currently works for Beaded Stream and is a donor to our robotics team.
Here we go. Thank you. Congratulations to all of our new alumni, including our amazing student speakers, Edward and Fitzgerald. As Dr. Brock said, my name is Eric Williams. I'm happy to be here today, and I'm a proud graduate of the College of Engineering in mechanical engineering. Since graduating, I've had the opportunity to work across various industries, from companies like Google and Slack to industries of mining and oil and gas. As a project controls consultant, I learned the power and metrics of scope, schedule, budget, but ultimately, successful projects are accomplished by people. When my wife and 2 kids and I decided that we wanted to move back to Alaska to raise our family, we reached out to an old engineering friend from UAA. One of them was working at a company called Beaded Stream and was able to put me in contact. A few months later, in January of 2020, I had started as a production engineer, responsible for the products and processes of delivering orders to customers. Then, I think we all know what happened, the pandemic hit. Our small company had to pivot quickly and the supply chain dried up. We could no longer make the same printed circuit boards as before, and we had to redesign on the fly, often multiple times to meet our customers' needs. We faced a lack of skills, time, and money, but we relied on our ingenuity and, most importantly, our agency. That's what I want to talk to you about. Agency is the power to make meaningful change in the world. It's the power to shape the future and to positively influence the world around you. It means taking responsibility for our actions and reflecting our values, and that's how we can foster agency. In a constantly changing world, developing agency is more important than ever. During my time at UAA, I helped develop agency with the robotics club. We faced the Mars Rover Challenge, pitted against other top universities, MIT, Stanford, those sort of things. But we had nothing. We started with cardboard and an idea. We were able to apply all the lessons we learned in class and get support from our staff and faculty, pulled a few all-nighters, and created something amazing. Now, this graduating class will work on projects impacting millions of people. It sounds like multiple millions of people. So I encourage all of you to continue to foster your agency. Even in the toughest times, you can find answers to problems that you're solving. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. On behalf of the College of Engineering alumni, we congratulate all of you to the alumni chapter. You're now a part of an amazing group of professionals: engineering, computing, geomatics, and project management. UAA graduates are shaping our community and neighborhoods in positive ways. I encourage you to take your new roles as members of alumni seriously by collaborating with other alumni to continue to grow both personally and professionally, by providing important connections to our students, by staying involved with the College of Engineering, and by taking part in promoting STEM through outreach opportunities. Please keep in contact with us and stay involved. We're thrilled to welcome you to our ranks and to celebrate your accomplishments today. We're so very proud of you all. Congratulations.
Thank you, Eric. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the College of Engineering, thank you all for joining us in this special celebration today. This event has been live streamed, and the video will be available on our event page to view in the coming weeks. At this time, graduates, please gather on the stairs for the class photo. We'd also like to invite everyone to please stay for cupcakes and other refreshments. Congratulations!